Have you ever lived in a place where the silence wasn't really silent? 3 months ago, I rented a small, old house in upstate New York. The price was suspiciously cheap, but the landlord claimed it was just age charm. I was broke and tired of apartment life, so I didn't question it. The house creaked like every horror movie you've seen. Floors moaned under your step, pipes clanged at night, windows shivered even when there was no wind. At first, I chalked it up to old wood and bad insulation, but then came the knocking. It started in the 3rd week, faint knocks. Not from the door, but underneath me, like someone tapping from below the floorboards. Always at the same time, around 3:12 a.m., I tried to ignore it. I even placed heavy books on the floor in case it was something loose shifting from vibrations. But the knocks kept coming. One night, I banged back in frustration, got 3 slow knocks in return. I didn't sleep that night. I called the landlord the next day, sounded annoyed, like he'd heard it before. All he said was, "Don't mess with the basement. It's sealed for a reason." That's when I realized Di hadn't even seen a door to the basement. I searched the house and found it hidden behind a false wall in the kitchen pantry. The wood around the door was warped and stained, like water had leaked from underneath. The door was padlocked shut, but curiosity is louder than fear. That night I bought bolt cutters. I shouldn't have. I opened the basement and was hit with a stench like rotting soil and wet meat. The stairs groaned with each step as I descended. My phone light barely pierced the darkness, but I saw what looked like claw marks on the walls, and then I found it. A small trapdoor in the basement floor, unlocked. It led to a dirt tunnel, barely big enough to crawl through. I turned to go back up, but I heard it again, knocking, this time from the trapdoor below me. I opened it, just a crack, and I saw an eye, bloodshot, staring right at me. Then a voice whispered up, dry and cracked, "Please, come closer. I can't reach the stairs." I ran. I slammed the basement door shut and rebolted it. I didn't sleep for days. Eventually, I convinced myself it was a trick, maybe a sick joke by someone squatting under the house. Until last week, I came home from work and found muddy footprints in my hallway, leading from the basement door to my bedroom. But nothing was taken. Nothing was broken, just my bedroom mirror, with a message written in condensation. "Thanks for letting me out." Have you ever found a photo that shouldn't exist? It happened 3 years ago when I was visiting a boardwalk with my cousin Liam. It was off-season, empty, cold, and weirdly quiet, which made it feel like we had the whole place to ourselves. While walking, we found an old photo booth tucked between 2 closed arcades. One of those retro ones with the red curtain and flashing blue light on top. It looked abandoned, maybe even broken, but Liam laughed and said, "Let's take a photo for fun." We went in, inserted $1, and waited. Nothing happened. Then the machine flashed 4 times and spat out a photo strip. Only there was someone else in the pictures, a girl. She was standing behind us, pale skin, long black hair, wearing what looked like a dress from another era. Her eyes were wide, almost frightened, and her face looked wrong, like a bad Photoshop blur. Liam thought it was a prank. Maybe the booth had some glitchy AR filter, but I felt cold, sick even. We turned to check behind the curtain. No one. We stepped outside and looked around. Still empty. We left the boardwalk quickly. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept looking at the photo strip. In each frame, the girl seemed closer, like she had moved just slightly between shots. In the last one, her face was right between ours, her mouth open like she was screaming. But we hadn't heard anything. The next morning, Liam was gone. His bed was made. Car still in the driveway. No sign of struggle. Just gone. I called everyone, filed a missing persons report. Nothing. 3 days later, I went back to the boardwalk, hoping maybe he'd returned. It looked even more abandoned now. I found the photo booth again. This time it was wrapped in yellow tape, half burned, like someone had tried to destroy it. There was a note stapled to the side, handwritten, faded. It said, "Do not enter. She shows up in your photo first, then she comes for you." I felt sick. I took out the strip again, staring at her face. And that's when I noticed. The very last frame, Liam wasn't in it anymore. Just her, smiling, and in the corner, I could see part of my reflection. even though I wasn't supposed to be there.